just my luck that on our vacation to Africa, you ended up running a high fever. What the hell were you thinking?
I'm sorry.
It's malaria that you have, right? Catching that bad of a virus at a time like this, why would you do that?
The pills I have to take are only $5, so I think you're overreacting to this. I only have to be at the hospital for a few days, yet you went ahead and canceled all of our excursions.
But like I said, you're not going to get better in time to make this trip worthwhile. It seems that your bad luck just happened to affect both of us this time.
I made sure to wear a long-sleeve shirt and pants as well as to use bug spray, so there really wasn't anything else I could do. I'm sorry that I got this sick.
How you feeling right now?
Well, my fever will go up and down from time to time, but right now I'm not feeling too bad.
How much longer is this gonna take?
I don't really know. I think a few days is all. Not many people here speak English, and you're never here to help me talk with anyone. I feel super panicked at times.
Well, you're the one that said that they wanted to come to Africa. I didn't really want to go with you on vacation in the first place.
Don't say something like that, especially when I'm this sick. And anyways, I had originally planned to come here alone, but you asked me if you could come along, right?
Well, when I looked up where you'd be going online, it all looked really amazing and fun, so... But now that you're sick, there's nothing fun for me to do. Just a bunch of free time in all this hot air. I think I'll just go back to the US.
Are you serious? Don't say that! You're scaring me! You just leave me here?
Well, you'd already wanted to come here alone anyway. And me being here during your time in the hospital leaves me with nothing to do.
But having you stay here with me brings me a little happiness.
Just go to sleep and you'll be fine. Once you've gotten better, you can come back home to me by yourself.
Why are you acting so distant from me all of a sudden?
Because I have things to do, and we had originally planned to go home tonight, so that's what I'm doing.
What do you have to do in America that's more important than your wife?
I'd like to say that it has nothing to do with you, but I guess it's better that I tell you.
What?
I have another girl that I'm going after.
Huh?
I plan to get divorced from you. I was planning to talk with you about all of this when we got back, but that's just too much of a bother now. So I thought I'd just tell you right now.
What are you saying?
I've been trying to get you to notice that I'm not interested in you for a while now.
Since when?
For about 1.5 years now, I think.
That long? You jerk.
And now that you've caught malaria, I feel sick being around you. If you don't get to go away properly, I might end up catching it from you. So that's why I want to get away from you as soon as possible.
You wouldn't end up getting malaria from me, you idiot.
Well, it doesn't matter now.
Do you really want to do this? Divorcing me just because I became sick and you've lost interest in me?
Well, that seems to be on the mark, huh? I thought I'd at least be kind and come on this huge trip with you to Africa, but of course it turned out to be just as boring and awful as you.
This is painful.
Pretty good timing, right?
I was wanting to tell you this for a little while now, but I really wanted to start working on having kids when we got back to the States.
That is not happening. All of your kids would turn out just as boring and unattractive as you. And I don't have the energy to love you or those ugly kids.
You'd say all that to me while I'm laying in a hospital bed with a deadly sickness?
You're not even my wife anymore, so what does that matter to me?
You're really going to leave me here all by myself?
Yep. You can fight that sickness all by yourself.
I never thought of you as this disgusting of a person.
I think that's because before I used to like you, but you changed me. This is all your fault. See ya.
My name is Megan. I'm 33 years old and a housewife. But it seems that title will soon go away. I went on a vacation with my husband to Africa, where I ended up catching malaria. But worse than that, my husband threw me away by saying he didn't love me anymore. This turned out to be worse than any nightmare. Brett was always too soft and kind to me. Every once in a while being a little bit selfish, but I'd always look past that to see the true person he was. But what he showed me of himself in Africa wasn't the Brett I ever knew about. I always loved the life I had with him after our wedding, and I'd dream about how he would always say that my cooking was just the best while I was in a fog recovering. Dream about him going to the store with me where we'd hold each other's hand and laugh at stupid jokes. Those days were just the best, and I wish I could go back to those days 4 years ago.
Have you gotten back to America yet? I want you to fill out your half of the divorce paper so we can get this over with already.
I came back once I had gotten over the malaria, but there was still something off with my body. I'm back in the hospital right now.
What, again?
Yeah. Sorry for not getting to the papers yet.
Having to go back to the hospital with another bad sickness must suck, huh?
If you mail the papers to me, I'll get right on them.
Oh, will do. Finally, I'll be able to get with the girl of my dreams.
You don't need to let me know about that.
Well, it's your fault for catching malaria in the first place. So me having to tell you that I've been with another girl is on you. Therefore, don't try to get any settlements from me or play any games.
Understood.
Her face is just so clear and youthful, and her body has curves in all the right places. She's also fit and healthy. She's like the sun in the sky, while you're like a worm in the dirt.
She's really that great of a person, huh?
I want to hurry up and get married to her, so don't try anything with me.
I get it. When the papers get here, I'll make sure to fill them out as quick as possible.
And make sure you don't use any of my money to pay for the hospital bills. Pay for the cost yourself.
That's what I was planning to do.
And by the way, the girl of my dreams is already moving into this house.
I'll come back after I'm out of here to get my things, so make sure she doesn't touch any of my stuff.
Well, if you didn't want that happening, then you should have hurried back here after getting back to America. We've already had to move your things into the garage anyways. She kept complaining that they were in the way, so we boxed everything up and threw them out there.
Sorry. I didn't know I'd have to go back to the hospital immediately after landing here.
I'll just tell your parents that we'll send the stuff to their place.
Will you really do that?
I might have to, considering that you're always getting in the way of things.
That's so true. I was never able to do anything well enough for you.
That's damn right. By the way, you're gonna be paying for the divorce processing.
I have to pay?
Yep. I know about how you've never touched the savings you've had ever since you were single. So I'll be using that.
You looked into my personal bank account?
I looked it up. You left your password for it in the top drawer of your desk.
Don't you dare touch any of that money!
$150,000. You really did a great job at saving. Well, for all the years that I've had to be with you and support you, I'm going to be taking this money. In other words, this will all be mine to begin with.
Please stop that!
I'll get to withdrawing all of it and then start buying whatever I want. I'll even say that this money was a gift from you for my soon-to-be coming wedding.
Stop that!
I guess you really were pretty helpful in the end, huh? Oh, I'm so excited. Megan, do you know what happened to my Rolex watch? Do you think it might be stuck with some of your things that we packed up? I've been looking all over for it.
This is Brett, right?
You should already know that. What is wrong with you?
This is Megan's mom. We haven't talked to each other in quite a long time, huh?
Huh? Why are you using her phone?
Why do you think?
I'm not really sure, but we plan to get divorced soon. I'm really sorry for not talking to you about this all sooner.
Right. It really has been a long time since we last talked.
I was gonna call you to have a talk about it, but I've just been so busy.
And? What does that matter now?
Well, I had some things that I needed from Megan.
Well, Megan is no longer around.
Huh?
I tried so many times to get in touch with you, but you never answered me.
Seriously? I knew that she was in the hospital and such, but...
And her condition was really bad for the longest time. I'm not sure what the cause was for her sickness, but she had fought on and off against a really bad fever.
That's... what Megan is...
When she would be in a dazed state, she'd still call out your name. I don't know the slightest reason why she'd say your name of all people, though.
Megan's... gone? Ah! About her, a large amount of life insurance must have come out of this, right? What the heck? You should have told me about this sooner. You didn't have to be distant with me.
Don't
tell me that she didn't have life insurance. I know she did because I was the one that took it out on her a while back. There should be around $800,000 from her.
What the heck are you talking about?
You should have the paperwork for the life insurance, right? I doubt that you would have any use for it, right? So don't hide it from me and hand it over.
I have no idea what you mean. Tell me what's going on!
Jeez. You don't have any use for that kind of money at your old age. It's not like you'll be able to bring it with you to heaven.
Brett, why would you say something like that to me?
Oh, just shut up and listen to me.
Megan's alive!
What?
Don't act like she's dead.
But you just...
You never listened to the rest of what I wanted to tell you.
Oh, damn it. And I thought I was about to get $800,000.
What kind of man are you?
Well, it doesn't matter. I still have the $150,000 that Megan gave me in her bank account.
Because of that, she decided to move all of that money out of that account.
What?
Don't act like she is so clueless. After you said you'd take it, she called her bank and had them freeze the account. Then she asked if they could move it to a safer account for her.
So then, this account she had is empty now?
There is still the chance that some money might be in there, but I'd advise against trying to get it. She laughed a lot when she realized you hadn't taken her money yet.
This isn't a joke. You both fooled me.
It's your fault for thinking you had the right to use other people's money. No matter how I look at you, all I see is an idiot.
Oh, shut up, Grams.
You really have no manners. You guys splitting up was the right choice.
Where is Megan? Get her on the phone right now.
I told you that she isn't here.
And why would she just leave her phone with you?
She had to leave in a hurry, so she must have forgotten to take it with her.
And where the hell did she go to?
Back to Africa.
Huh?
She went there before for sightseeing, but that turned into an awful experience quickly. So she said she wanted to go back, but this time as a volunteer. So she already left the States.
A volunteer? She became a volunteer?
That's right. And she'd need a lot of money for that. So she made sure that you couldn't lay a finger on her money.
My money? It's all been taken to Africa?
It wasn't your money in the first place.
I'll never forgive her.
Also, she plans to turn in the divorce papers after a few more months.
Right? I was starting to think that she'd never do it. She's just trying to make things more difficult.
No, that's not it. She's just taking her time talking to her lawyers and collecting evidence. Your treatment of her, your affair, and the money you spent on your mistress. It's all about the paperwork, and she is being diligent. She has photos and receipts and everything. Emotional abuse, financial abuse. She's all set to sue you already.
Huh? Abuse? I didn't do anything.
You really thought she was going to go quietly after the way you treated her. You obviously don't know women very well. The loving, kind ones, when they're scorned, they're vicious. She's pretty much a different woman now. She knows everything you did, and she will make you pay like you have no idea.
But she was in the hospital, right?
She asked her friend Jake to get the pictures for her. He's always wanted to be a PI, so he went all out. She never thought he would get this much evidence, though. Even the lawyers were impressed.
That dog, she told me she wouldn't make any settlements.
I looked at all her messages to you. She never said she wouldn't. She let me look through her old messages after she left her phone here.
Those are private.
It looks like you treated her like a princess the last time she was in Africa with you, huh?
But you don't even know the reason why it said things like that to her.
I can see right here the reasons why you hurt her. And my daughter's pain is also my pain. So neither of us are going to forgive you for what you said and did to her.
I am not going to pay for anything.
Megan must have told you where she'd be putting all the money she saved.
Ugh!
She wanted to do her best in Africa. And even after she was hurt so badly by you and suffered multiple illnesses, she went back to volunteer to those in need that live in even worse conditions than any of us here. She even donated half of the money she had to making sure the people that she is helping don't starve. I'm so proud of her.
Frick!
Have you made arrangements to get married to your new girlfriend yet?
Yes.
I'm sure you made the plans thinking you'd have Megan's $150,000. But now that that's gone, what are you going to do?
That isn't going to make any walls for me to climb.
Well, is your soon-to-be new wife okay with what you tried to do? I'm sure you told her about your plan, right? Of course you didn't. I've been around long enough to know what kind of horrible person you are. I'm sure once she learns of this, she'll toss you aside as well.
Wait, I'm asking her if she knows anything right now. Oh, she wants to break up.
Right.
Why is this happening to me? Well, I know for damn sure that this is all on Megan.
And what did she ever do? This was all because of you. Don't try and use my daughter's name as your punching bag, you jack-off.
Oh, shut the hell up.
You must have never thought getting her $150,000 in savings would be this terrible, huh?
Well, now all that money is gone.
And even if it was, what then?
I'd have her pay for ruining my marriage.
I can't follow your talk with it being this stupid. You're going to be the one paying her for ruining her life with you.
Why?
Because you not only cheated on her, you left her in Africa when she was deathly sick, and then you went ahead and tried to take her money even when she told you to not touch it. I also know that when you went to Africa with her, you used some of the money she had saved on flying back without her, in first-class seats. She never told you that she knew, because she knew she'd need to use that against you.
But that money that she had was mine.
Megan was the one that worked for that money, as well as the one that paid for your guy's house. Only the money that she makes after the marriage is for both of you to share.
Well, it doesn't matter what you say now because all of that money is gone.
Even though it's gone, we are going to use the bank statements to show you bought those plane tickets without her acknowledging that.
Why? It's all gone now.
I heard she's going to leave all of this legal work to her lawyer. Once he contacts you, then you can have a longer, more thought-out conversation with him. I'm going to stop texting now.
Hold on, Grams.
You have no right calling me Grams!
Help me. At least give me some money as a sorry feel.
Sucks, doesn't it? But doing this to you is the only way to teach you a lesson.
Please, wait. I already quit my job thinking that I'd get all that money. I won't have any money soon. Oh, please.
This is Megan. It looks like my mother handled things while I was gone. I am still in Africa, helping volunteer at the hospital that I had to be admitted to when I caught malaria last time. Helping care for starving or sick children, and seeing their shining faces when they start to feel better, and the looks of relief on their mothers' faces, brings loads of joy to me. I left all of the legal work to both my mom and a lawyer, and they said that Brett found a new job, but that the money he made there was put towards paying me for the pain he caused. And since he still needs to make money for himself, he found a part-time job to do at night. Oh, I'm so happy that I was able to finish the divorce and get away from the idea of him. I'm sure that if I had stayed with him, I'd only be treated worse than I was treated by the fevers that I had. For the time being, I'm going to stay here in Africa, volunteering to make a change in the lives of those in need. And every once in a while, I'll go back to America to see my mom and dad before returning here. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.